Hollywood has made and broken thousands of careers, but the saddest stories aren't the ones where the industry turned its back first. They're the ones where the stars destroyed everything themselves. From career-ending scandals to public meltdowns caught on camera, these are 15 Hollywood stars who had it all, and threw it away with their own hands. Let's begin. 1. Fatty Arbuckle. In the early 1920s, Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle was one of the highest-paid stars in silent film, earning more than $1 million a year. Then came a scandal at a hotel party that ended with a young woman's death and Arbuckle facing manslaughter charges. He was acquitted after 3 trials, but the damage was permanent. Studios blacklisted him, theaters refused to show his films, and one of Hollywood's biggest names spent the rest of his life trying, and mostly failing, to rebuild a career that had collapsed almost overnight. 2. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson was once one of the most bankable directors and actors in the industry. That changed after a 2006 arrest, where he made anti-Semitic remarks to police, followed years later by leaked recordings containing racist language directed at his former partner. The backlash was swift. Projects were shelved, endorsements vanished, and an A-list career effectively went dark for nearly a decade before a slow, partial return. 3. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen was the highest-paid actor on television during his run on 2.5 Men. Then came a very public unraveling, erratic interviews, substance-related incidents, and a widely covered on-air meltdown that led to his firing from the show in 2011. He later publicly disclosed his HIV-positive status, adding another layer to a career that never fully recovered its former heights. 4. Winona Ryder. In 2001, Winona Ryder, once one of the most respected young actresses in Hollywood, was arrested for shoplifting thousands of dollars in merchandise from a Beverly Hills store. The trial became a media circus. Though she was never accused of anything violent, the scandal quietly pushed her out of leading roles for years, proving that in Hollywood, even a non-violent misstep can end a run at the top. 5. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington was a core cast member on Grey's Anatomy until 2007, when he used a homophobic slur about a castmate during an on-set dispute, then repeated it publicly at an awards show. The backlash from advocacy groups and the network was immediate. He was written off the show, and despite public apologies, steady leading work in Hollywood never returned the same way. 6. Randy Quaid. Randy Quaid was an Oscar-nominated actor with decades of respected work. In the early 2010s, he and his wife made a series of bizarre public claims involving alleged conspiracies against them, followed by arrests and an eventual flight to Canada seeking asylum. The strange, headline-grabbing behavior overshadowed his body of work, and offers from major studios dried up almost completely. 7. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf rose fast as a young star, but a string of public incidents, an arrest at a Broadway theater, an on-set altercation, and later domestic violence allegations from actress FKA Twigs changed how the industry saw him. Projects distanced themselves from his name, and what once looked like a sure path to leading man status became a career defined more by headlines than by hits. 8. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes was a top teen star with her own hit sketch show and box office comedies. Around 2012, a series of erratic public incidents, bizarre social media posts, legal trouble, and a public conservatorship dominated the news cycle. She stepped away from acting entirely and, despite talk of comebacks over the years, never returned to the level of fame she once had. 9. Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard earned an Oscar nomination for Hustle and Flow and was set to lead the first Iron Man film. A contract dispute reportedly led to him being replaced before the sequel, and later, a string of controversial public statements and interviews further complicated his standing in the industry. The Marvel franchise that could have defined his career went to another actor instead. 10. Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson was a beloved sitcom star for years on That 70s Show. In 2023, he was convicted on rape charges stemming from incidents involving multiple accusers and sentenced to prison. It stands as one of the most severe and permanent career collapses on this list, not just the end of a career, but a complete industry exile. 11. Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr's sitcom revival in 2018 was a ratings smash, until a racist tweet she posted about a former Obama administration official caused an immediate network response. ABC canceled the show within hours. It remains one of the fastest falls from the top of the ratings chart to total industry blacklisting in television history. 12. Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer was on the verge of major stardom after Call Me by Your Name. In 2021, leaked private messages containing disturbing content, followed by multiple abuse allegations, led to him being dropped from several upcoming projects almost simultaneously. A career that once looked destined for the A-list came to an abrupt standstill. 13. Corey Feldman and Haim. Corey Feldman and the late Corey Haim were two of the biggest child stars of the 1980s. Both later spoke publicly about substance abuse struggles and alleged industry exploitation that they said derailed their careers. Haim died in 2010 after years of struggle, while Feldman has spent decades trying to be taken seriously again. A cautionary tale about fame that arrives too young. 14. Kevin Spacey. Kevin Spacey was a two-time Oscar winner and the face of House of Cards, when in 2017, multiple sexual misconduct allegations surfaced. Netflix cut ties. His scenes in a nearly finished film were reshot without him, and major studios distanced themselves entirely. Despite later being cleared in some legal proceedings, the industry's trust never fully returned. 15. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was once the highest-paid actor in the world. His high-profile defamation trial with ex-wife Amber Heard exposed years of damaging allegations from both sides, and Depp was dropped from major franchises, including Pirates of the Caribbean and Fantastic Beasts, before the trial's outcome. Even after winning his case, the years of fallout left a permanent mark on a career that once seemed untouchable. 15 stars. 15 falls. Fame in Hollywood can vanish faster than it arrives, and sometimes the biggest threat to a career isn't the industry. It's the person holding it. If you want part 2, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Hollywood secrets.